Hey, welcome back to Main Irish Angling TV. Quick video, it's summertime, the carper in the upper surface is cruising around, and what we're going to do, we're going to do some floater fishing for them. So where do you start? Well, we're looking at the Korda range here in store, and first things first, you'll need a good rod and a reel. You're looking at a rod of about 2 to 2 and maybe 2 1/4 pound test curve rod, something that's not too strong, not too stiff. 12 foot is ideal, 12.5 to 13 foot probably even better, because it allows you to get good line pickup, and that's what it's all about. The next thing you need is a good reel. There's a myriad of good reels, load of them in stock here in Main Irish Angling. And what you need then is a good line. Now the line that they have here is the cruiser control line. This is by Korda. The 10 pound is a 0.30 millimeter line, and according to the blurb on the back, it's a purpose-made floating line. It gives excellent casting performance, super soft and supple line, and it's going to be sort of nice and floating, which is what you really need. And some lines quite dense, quite heavy. There's a whole sort of interest in having sort of subline kind of lines. They sink. People want to have a sinking mono. Well, these don't. These float on the surface and help you, connect or keep good connection with your terminal tackle. So now we're on to the terminal tackle part of it. Now there's two kind of ways of presenting your bait. You can free line, or you can use a controller. Now the controllers here by Korda are really, really well thought out. This is the cruiser surface controller, and this comes in 10 gram or 15 gram. Obviously, the higher the gram, the further you can cast. And a great little system for presenting your bait on the surface. It's very indiscreet, it's small, and the great thing about it is it can actually come off if you get heavily, heavily weeded. And then what you do is you just sort of head down to the windward shore and pick it up later on. Really, really good little system. It's a little bit like the old sort of bubble float style that we remember from years ago. It's obviously been brought in and made a little bit better since then. The next style is the Interceptor. Now this one is superb. It comes in 15, 20 and 25 gram and allows you really lob it out a long way. They're really, really well streamlined, anti-tangle properties, and in fairness to them, you can lump these about 80 or 90 yards if you're a decent caster. So you can really, really put a bait out a long distance. The great thing about these are they have like a concave front, and the swivel pulls in to that, so it becomes locked up and will free under tension if you get into trouble with snagging. But the concave part, when the fish does tighten up, when he takes in the mixer or the bread flake and tightens up, the concave part pushes against the water and helps like bolt the fish and actually prick the hook a little bit more, so that you'll actually get a good hook up. Very, very ingenious design. It has a little sight top here on the top, which allows you pick up at distance. You'll actually be able to see the little orange top, because that's all it's going to show out of the water. The rest will be sitting slightly subsurface. So that's the controller part. So now we're down into the Hooklinks, and what I would use is, if I was using the cruiser control mono, I would use the 10 pound as my main line, and then I'd keep the 6 pound here as my hook link. You need to go light. I know most of the lakes we fish are quite weedy in the summer, but you do need to go fairly light with the main line and the hook link, because the fish are going to see it against the bright light, and you're not going to get any takes or pickups if you go too heavy. And also, the heavier the line, the more dense it is, the more it's not going to float. Now, one of the best hooks that they've designed are the mixer range of hooks. These are in 6s, 8s. I think we have them in 10s and 12s as well here. And I mean, a typical packet of 10 hooks is going to cost you €4.87. These are brilliant for just super gluing onto the back of a piece of cork, pop-up or dog biscuit, and it will allow you present. They're not too heavy, although they're ultra strong hooks. They're not too heavy, and they won't sort of sink the bait too quickly. But yeah, very, very good hooks for your floater fishing. So that's a quick look at the Korda range of floater gear. It's just come into Main Irish Angling. It is summertime and people are going to start doing a little bit of opportunistic stalking. It's great to take these and have a little small bag, a small little rod tucked away in the car, so that when you are down at your local lake, if you do happen to see a few cruising around, you can chuck out a few on the surface, a few baits, and then who knows, you might be able to get yourself into a nice surface caught fish. And let me tell you, there is nothing more exhilarating than surface fishing for carp, especially if they're sort of above 3 or 4 pound in weight. So that's a quick look at the Korda range of floater gear here at Main Irish Angling, and this has been Main Irish Angling TV, and we'll catch you in the next video.